Good morning, Lana Scott Lighthouse. So, guys, this is another, just a little, I've been picking up, I'm just feeling the energies. So, this is not going to resonate for everybody, okay? And it's going to be like a little 4-part series, and each one's only going to probably run 5 to 6 minutes. So, in my meditations and just generally checking in with the energy every day, with this solar eclipse coming within a couple of days, I just felt to pull some cards, and this is what I'm picking up on. Okay, first of all, I'm feeling a lot of divine energy. This is the Priestess card. How are you being called to step up and lead? I feel like the divine feminine is, rather male or female, it doesn't matter. It's just the energy of it. Feels like a lot of higher self, feminine driven energies is what's being pulled up to the surface. Okay, it feels like where for a long time, we've been over the past, let's see, I'm 60, so in the past 30, 40, 50 years, everything's been grounded in the 9-to-5 job, working in traditional things. And it feels like these solar eclipses are pulling out these more divine feminine energies of nurturing and caring, and maybe even some of you being pulled or being called to do non-traditional things. I know I'm seeing a lot of influx on that on YouTube as an example. It just feels like a lot of more people are getting into their higher intuitive energies, and I feel like they're saying that with this portal of these eclipses, that male or female, like I said, it doesn't matter, that people are being called to lead in a way they never have before, or ways that maybe even some divine inspired religious beliefs are going to take a turn, that the energies are shifting and changing, and that it just feels like a lot of people are going to be triggered, and we do have who or what is triggering you here. It just feels like a lot of people are going to be called to do non-traditional jobs that humanity is lacking. Does that make sense? A lot of more healing and psychic dreams and driven. And guys, I know I've been talking about this and it sounds like I'm beating a dead horse. I'm just trying to give a name to the energies that maybe will resonate with some of you, that maybe will help you to understand what you're feeling, okay? So it just feels like a lot of more feminine type energies coming to the surface, of nurturing and wanting to help heal, okay? And for some of you, this may call for a warrior type of energy. This card says, have you answered your deepest calling? So I feel like it feels like a lot of more, you see this pink, it feels like a lot of more of loving energies that are driven by, I guess this is like the Ace of Swords, but it feels like more people stepping up to lead, more people stepping up to help, more people standing up and putting voice to atrocities they're saying to me, things that not everybody spoke out against, more people speaking up, more people taking offense to, things that have been going on for a long time but have been hidden, and as they come to light, more people's conscious and heart-driven, higher selves-driven to speak out and create things to change laws, change the way things are done, change things in a nurturing way, but people being more willing to step and put themselves on the spot. Does that make sense? So then I get, where are you being called to journey to? Which goes right along, and these again are primordial waters. Y'all been hearing me talk about that. It feels like more people feeling that pull, and that's what this card symbolizes to me here, is more people being called to go to certain places to speak their mind. Maybe even some of you going to other lands, picking up on starseed energy, being driven, being called to go somewhere you've never gone before. Does that make sense? And it feels like it's just getting more expansive the closer we get to this solar eclipse. And then they keep telling me it's also some other planetary things going. I did a reading a while back about it was the card of what is niggling at you, not to ignore that. And I got something about the meteorites while I was doing that reading. I went and looked it up. And in August, right before we go back from Aquarius into Capricorn, there's going to be some, oh gosh, what do you call them? Where the stars are all, we have all the shooting stars and stuff. And I feel like some people are going to have some major aha moments, having a lot of clarity come through during the energy of that, and being called or even getting epiphanies of where they're supposed to go. That's no longer just a feeling, but comes into play, okay? Because you're going to be triggered by a lot of this, all right? So you see how she's like looking down, and it's like a mirror effect. Who or what is triggering you? And I think a lot of you are going to have, there's like, I don't know if y'all can see it here, it's like an eye in the background of this, and it feels like a lot of things are going to be triggered by this solar eclipse the day before, the day of, and the day after, and then expanding out from there. So this is kind of a message of expansion of this high priestess energy and warrior woman combined, actually. More people standing up and speaking their mind. More people picking up the sword, they're saying. More people than ever before joining groups to help other people. Your psyche breaking open in a way, I just feel like we're evolving and regenerating in a way that nobody's ever seen before. What did they say? The last time we had Pluto in Aquarius was over 240, someone correct me if I'm wrong, 240 years ago? So that was what? Right about the time America, let's see, what did somebody else say? Sometime around the time America first came into being, when everybody left England and ran to America. And then later on, people went for the gold rush, right? All these major big things. So I feel like they're just telling me that a lot, the angels and the spirit guides, and they're just saying that a lot of people are gonna feel these intense energies and feel called to make changes, to speak up even louder. It feels like a lot more people are going to hear and feel that call, and are going to, groups are going to get bigger. And if any of y'all have been with me for a while and have looked at any of my readings that I did, even back 3 and 4 months ago, for a while there I had psychic overload, and I didn't do a whole lot of messages because I had all these all my chakras felt like they were just like being embedded with energy so much that it felt like I got psychic overload. And actually, I'm actually studying something else. I'm in the process of studying something else to add to my readings, because they've been telling me this is where we want you to go, and all the puzzle pieces are coming together. So if you feel like some things have been nigging at you, and you feel like you've got some things coming about, because we don't always see where we're going till we take a step towards it, okay? So sometimes just doing more exploring, you're going to maybe reading more books, listening to a podcast you've never listened to. It's just really going to help open us up, pulling that energy and also some of you are going to really be activated by these solar eclipses, lunar eclipses. This year is going to be the year when more people wake up, but not in this awoke where they're talking about, where people are like faking it. I'm talking about really having your chakras open up, your chakras and other parts of your body being more connected to the earth, to the heavens, to the angels, your spirit guides. I even did an ancestor message this morning where some people's ancestors were coming through, and all I was picking up was, you have to tell this message, you have to give this message. So I did it. So this is what I've got for today. I've got 3 more messages to give. I'm gonna have one tomorrow, one the day after, and one the day after that. And I think that'll be the day of, today's Saturday, so Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Tuesday's the day of the eclipse. So I'll delve more into these energies. So guys, and I'm noticing other people are also picking up similar energies. We're all picking them up, and it's all in divine timing. So if you are also a reader, or you also do your own cards or runes or whatever your divination speaks to you, everything's divine timing. So where you're at on your path is where you're going to pick up those energies at, okay? Just be ready for it, okay? So again, this is just what they just came in. I mean, I've just been sitting here just kind of meditating, and I'm just picking up on these, get these specific little messages that are not going to resonate for everybody. But if you've already had a bunch of your chakras open up and you're already feeling a lot of these energies speak to you, okay, and this resonates with you, then I'm going to assume that this is your message right now, okay? Or maybe you'll find this message because it's timeless. Maybe you'll find it 6 months from now, and it'll explain to you some of the things you've gone through that you didn't know you had gone through, where you're having more psychic dreams, your psyche's opening up, you're running into more people that you feel like you've known known them from somewhere before, or you're picking up on, you go to see some relatives you haven't seen in a while, and you start talking to a cousin you've never met before, and they start talking about someone else in your family, and you find out they had the similar gifts, or they were interested in something similar to you. Okay, even if it doesn't seem related, it's going to feel related. Does that make sense? So guys, this is what I'm picking up on. Again, this is just another suddenly, pull the cards, and this is what we want you to do. I'm listening to my angels, my ancestors, my spirit guides. I hope you are too. And until next time, guys, be a light in the darkness. Lighthouse.